Well, what's happening, guys? Welcome to another video. So I don't often do news videos like this here on the channel, but every now and then when there's something cool going on, I'll do it. Or if it's something that's going to affect the channel, which this will when it comes to some of my testing in the future, I like to go over it. So AMD has done a couple of things. Number one, today they've launched their Ryzen 3000XT series of CPU processors. This is just a small refresh of their current 3000 series, and we'll take a look. And then also, coming soon, we're going to get the Ryzen 4000 series APUs for desktop. Now, a lot of you here on the channel know I've been testing the Lenovo Ideapad 5 with a Ryzen 4500U with the integrated Vega 6 graphics here on the channel a lot. The performance in that laptop with the 4000 series APU has been amazing. It's been absolutely fantastic. I've seen numbers from members in the community on the 4700Us and the 4800Us, and they're outstanding. They're getting CPU scores in Cinebench that are like a Ryzen 3600 desktop, just the standard, not the X or anything, sometimes higher. Really, really good, especially the 4800U. So, and that's at like a max, I believe it's 35 watt. So I am super interested to see what the desktop series of these 4000 APUs are going to do. I am currently building a PC right now to get ready to test the new desktop APUs that AMD is going to release. So first, let's take a look at the 3000 XT processors. So new AMD Ryzen 3000 XT processors are available as of today. They're available right now. I was just on Amazon, just on Newegg. They are in stock. I could actually have a 3600 XT here by tomorrow or the next day, according to Amazon right now. The 3600X variant in about 4 or 5 days. They're on sale right now, and I think they're selling pretty well. So, announced a couple of weeks ago, the new AMD Ryzen 3000 XT models with increased clock frequencies should be available today in primary markets, and they are. These new processors offer slightly higher performance to their similarly named 3000X counterparts for the same price, with AMD claiming to be taking advantage of a minor update in process node technology in order to achieve slightly better clock frequencies. So they've gotten better at making these. They're able to boost them just that little bit more, and they're going to put them out, add the SKUs to their list for the same price as the X variant. Right now, they're not officially lowering the price of the X variant. However, sellers seem to be selling them at a discounted price because if you've got both in stock, the X or the XT variant, people are going to buy the XT variant if the price is the same. So I would imagine a lot of sellers, just like Amazon has the X version, the 3600X for $225 right now, and they've got the 3600 XT for $249, the normal price right now. That's not because of AMD, that's because of what the seller's choosing to do. So you're looking at a boost of 100 to 200, but it's different per chip. So here's the 3900 XT. This is your 12-core, 24-thread. Now this is going to go up just up to 100 megahertz more than the 3900X, so from 4.6 to 4.7. The 3800 XT, your 8-core 16-thread, will bump up to 4.7, potentially from 4.5. So this is the one that can get up to the 200. The other two, the 39 and the 36, can only get up to 100. So the 3600 XT, 6-core 12-thread, can go up from its max 4.4 to 4.5. I've got in my main build here that I use all the time a Ryzen 5 3600 regular, and it does very well at boosting to 4.1 to 4.2 very, very often and holds that quite well. So I would imagine these do even better. If I had an X, I wouldn't think of upgrading at all. If I had a 3600 and I wasn't interested in 4000 series CPUs and APUs around the corner, I'd probably upgrade one of these, but for me right now, if I'm sitting with a 3600, I'm not going to do any upgrading. If I was building a new PC and I couldn't wait for 4000 series, then definitely an XT variant. Now, another thing to keep in mind, the 3600 XT is the only one of these three that comes with a cooler. The 3900 XT and the 3800 XT now do not come with coolers like their X counterparts. So you will need to make sure you either have a cooler on hand or you order a third, an aftermarket cooler or one from AMD, whatever you prefer for your cooler. Make sure if you're getting a 3900 or 3800. So that really kind of makes it the same price, but not, right? Because the 3900X and 3800X come with coolers. The XT variants don't. However, they're going to be offered for the same price, and you can actually get their X variants for cheaper if you find them on sale right now, and they include a cooler. So those are some decisions to make if you're looking at jumping into the 3000 series right now, especially with these XT variants that have been added in. So in all three cases, these XT processors give slightly more clock, up to 100 more on the 39 and 3600 XT variants, up to 200 megahertz more on the 3800 XT variant. Coolers with the 3600 XT, not with the others. So that's basically what we've got going on there. Now, there's a lot of charts. They've done great with testing here. I'm not going to run through all these. You'd be absolutely bored to death. There are some good videos. If you're not already aware, go check out Jay's 2 Cents, Gamers Nexus, or Linus. They've all got good videos today on these chips, testing them, talking about them more. Some think they shouldn't exist. Some think they're fine. Go find out for yourselves what those guys are thinking on these. I love those. I love those three channels, and I love to hear their opinions on this stuff. I think it's great. I always like more choice. However, I think not including the coolers making these two a strange choice with the 3800 and 3900. But for somebody building a new PC, it's a pretty easy decision for the most part. I don't believe I'd upgrade any of my parts right now. I would be waiting because we've got GPUs coming. We've got CPUs coming. There's a lot of stuff around the corner. If you can wait, I wouldn't be doing anything. But this is interesting, and there's nothing wrong with having more options, especially since they're basically the same price. Now, AMD Ryzen 4000 Series Desktop APUs launching on July 21st. Now, this one's more interesting to me because, like I said, I'm building a PC right now with a Tough Gaming B550. It's going to be a micro. It's going to be the first micro that I've built. I always go full-size towers or at least mid. So it'll be the first micro I'm building. I'll do some kind of video on it. It's not going to be a build video, but it'll be a video breakdown of all the parts I'm using. I'll show the computer built, and then we are going to dive into testing those just like I did the laptop. We're going to hit that CPU with all kinds of tests, or the APU. We're going to test games like crazy, and we'll do that for a long time as new games come out, and it'll become part of the family of devices I test here on the channel. So I am really looking forward to this. The only thing is, even though they're launching on the 21st, they talk about it may not be very easily available. So AMD will be launching 2 new CPU lineups this month. Now, they've already launched the XTs. Now, the 4000 series APUs that they're going to launch on the 21st will feature 3 Pro variants in 65 watt and 35 watt flavors, so they say. The AMD Ryzen 4000 desktop APUs, codenamed Renor, are coming to the AM4 socket. The latest APUs will house the Zen 2 CPU and Vega GPU architecture on the same die, and both cores will be fabricated on the 7nm process node. Compared to AMD's Ryzen 3000 CPUs, Ryzen 4000 APUs feature a monolithic design, and one of the key advantages of having everything on board the same die will be better latency, will be better latency as seen in various leaked benchmarks. We've also seen that the 4000 series APUs will be good overclockers with speeds pushing way beyond the 3000, what the 3000 can achieve, which is interesting. That's not it. APUs will also make use of better architecture design compared to the Matisse, and we have seen how the mobility parts are slightly more efficient. Yes, the Ryzen 4000 APUs, like I said, I've been testing the 4500U here on the channel, and man, especially for the money, the price to performance, what a hell of a APU in a laptop. If you're in the market for a laptop, and I've got nothing against Intel, I love Intel, but their 10th gen that they have out in their laptops right now versus this 4000 series, the 4500U, 4700U, 4800U, and from what I understand, they will launch a 4900U, blows them away. Definitely go for that line of APUs if you're in the market. So we're talking about seeing similar gains to the desktop, except what's more exciting is we're not going to be locked down. We have such a power limitation. Even on the H versions of the 4000 series chips, they're not going to perform like the desktop do. They're just not. So I'm seeing how well a 4500U has done for me in a budget laptop. I am absolutely, completely excited to test a 4000 series APU for the desktop in the new computer that I'm building. It'll be great here on the channel. So basically, they've got here the one downside for not utilizing a chiplet design will be the reduced cache. So yes, you are going to have that, but the performance is still going to be really, really good. And when you're talking about CPUs versus APUs, you're going to have quite a difference anyway. It's a little bit of a different animal there. But what's great is even if you use one of these 4000 series APUs in a desktop, very budget friendly, you can throw a discrete GPU in there at any time. So AMD Ryzen 4000 series AM4 lineup will be launching on July 21st. Now this is the part where it could be disappointing. We are all excited to get our hands on these new APUs, but sadly AMD is prioritizing its APUs to system integrator and OEM market. So for the regular consumer like me, with a small channel, it could be difficult at first to get these. I'm going to have my eyes wide open coming up to the 21st, and I will be looking for a 4650G. I'll go 4750G if I need to, but I want that middle sweet spot. That's what I tend to do. Ryzen 3600, Ryzen 4500U. I'd like to get a 4650G if I can. I don't want to go lower, and I don't want to go higher unless I have to. So we'll see what happens with that. So the Ryzen 7 4700G has now become the Pro 4750G. The Ryzen 5 4400 becomes the Pro 4650G, which is what I'm wanting to get my hands on. And the Ryzen 3 4300G becomes the 4350G, the Pro. And they are going with that Pro lineup. These are the 65 watt SKUs, and then they've got the 35 watt, of course, the GE variants. So that's what I'm looking at. We'll be watching all the way up until the 21st. I will be trying to get my hands on hopefully a 4650G that we can put in the new build, and we'll do some videos and we'll get into some serious game testing. So I just wanted to put that out there for you guys. Anybody interested? CPU news, we've got this bigger of thing here with the APUs that I'm looking forward to on the 21st, and as soon as I can get my hands on one of these when they come out and get it in the new computer I'm building for it and get to testing, I'll be making a lot of videos for you guys. You'll be able to request games, and we'll be able to have a lot of fun with it, just like we've been having with the laptop. So thanks a lot for coming to check out this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Ring that notification bell so you know when I drop new videos. Give this video a thumbs up and leave me your comments down below as always. Thanks a lot for coming to check out the video, and I will catch you next time.